Fine. All right. Hey, Gerald, thanks for helping out with this. We want to give our partners just kind of an idea of what we're thinking when we talk about some of the things that HAP can do. So one of the exercises that we wanted to walk through is that a student for who's graduated Global PME is now in a staff position and finds himself in need of some of the things that he learned from the class. And he can engage with the capability like this to help him in whatever his staff job is. So an exercise that we came up with to try and explain what something like this could be valuable in is that Gerald, as an Army officer, is now in a Indo-PACOM 5 shop and has been asked to help support planning for an air interdiction exercise with foreign partners. And is kind of wondering, even though he's been through the class, like, hey, where do I get started? And is going to engage with HAP to go ahead and get going.
All right.
Yeah, and while Gerald's putting in his first question to HAP, HAP is this little prototype that we put together has basically been prompt engineered with a RAG to say, hey, you are supporting staff officers. Here's all the curriculum material that you have from the military theory class. Here's the types of questions that they ask, and all of your answers should be connected or derived for some of the course outcomes. So can you explain a little bit of exactly what you were asking it to give you?
Yeah, so I asked it to give me the first thing I asked it to do was give me an outline. I explained that we're doing an air interdiction exercise to develop interoperability between our Air Force and the Filipino Air Force, but that ultimately needed to serve as a deterrent to the People's Republic of China. So we're asking this to be a 2 to 3 day exercise, and again, I asked it to provide an outline just to start. The intent was to get like a day-by-day breakdown of activities. Again, I know a little bit about the Air Force, but I don't know enough to do an air interdiction mission. So I'm hoping for it to give me a rough outline, and then from there we'll further dive into what it can produce as far as timelines, schedules, logistics, etc. So it gave me a 3 day outline. The first day is essentially orientation and planning. Second day is execution, and it looks like a third day is advanced scenarios and culmination. Seems okay. I probably would have wanted the whole thing to be exercise, assuming that orientation and planning took place prior to, but that was probably my fault with the prompt that I should have explained that. And so this next prompt, I'll try to reorient it to assume that planning has already taken place, because that's what we're doing now, obviously, through this session. And then I'll get it to build in 3 full days of exercise. And then I'll start to dive into the logistics of the operation. I like how it automatically created a morning and an afternoon session, no nighttime session. That's great, for someone that wants to get proper crew rest. All right, so it's giving me some specific terms, like focusing on core competencies, working on surface-to-air missile sites, precision strike and SEAD coordination. Again, I'll have to go back to my manual for what SEAD coordination is.
Does it give you any references for any of that material?
No, I could probably ask it for that, and I'll maybe do that at the end. Ooh, of course. Okay, so continuing to scroll down, it gave me some sources of Duhay, Sherman, and Klein, and then it's giving me some points to consider. I don't know why it's giving me those points, but they look like good things that I would want it to do. So maybe I'll incorporate what it told me to remember. All right, so we're planning this exercise. All right.